So I've got a guest with me today, fellow YouTuber, content creator. Collectively the face of approximately about almost 200,000 subscribers and highest viewed video to date on an active channel, 1.725 million views. And in discussing the science behind YouTube and the algorithm and audiences and impressions and reach and growth and all the good things, I thought about it much like everybody should think about it from a business perspective. Now granted, not all businesses are run the same, operated the same, and have the same mission statements and ultimate motives of extreme levels of profit, but we should think about it like a business. And on our walk today, we were going to entertain the idea of summoning a water taxi. So we looked it up, or you looked it up, and it being February 3rd. Hey, good morning. Technically winter time. They are not operational. They're seasonal. Is this considered graffiti?
I don't know, but it's nice graffiti.
So they're not in operation right now. They'll kick back up again in March. So for January and February, they are closed. That is how they chose to run their business. So my question that I have to take into consideration here is their business no good? We're going back, right? Oh. Is their business no good? Or have they realized that the juice isn't worth the squeeze and we need to have seasonal hours?
I would say that.
So the seasonality is going to be completely different when it comes to YouTube. But if you look at YouTube like a business, and from the standpoint that your business may have seasonality, when your channel's performance begins to dip or possibly go into a direction that you don't feel as though is anywhere in alignment with your input, the outputs don't match or are less than, does that mean that your channel is failing? Does that mean that your channel is dying? Or does it just mean that that season's over and maybe you need to take a break? Now, with that being said, some businesses who operate on this seasonal basis will then retool and utilize their workforce and their equipment and their space and every asset that they have in a completely different way, in a completely different business for that season. And then when the other season's ready to pop off again, they'll come back and pick up where they left off. So in an era where we are not at any loss for YouTube videos popping up on the homepage about quitting YouTube, this could potentially put the wrong idea in the minds of creators, thinking that I need to quit or my channel is broken or I'm doing something wrong, when it's just business. It's just business. And as a YouTuber, as a content creator, as a self-starter, dare I say entrepreneur, then it may be time for you to start a new business. And for those who have successful businesses, you'll understand what I'm talking about. How many unsuccessful businesses did you have before you had successful businesses? How many businesses are operating well, but not really blowing the doors off? For instance, let's look at Stanley as a case study. Stanley was kind of just chugging along, and their season just hit, and their season took them from 75 million to like 790 million. That's their season. This will end soon. But it doesn't mean that they are a failure. It just means that that season has run its course, and they either need to accept the win and go back to, bless you,
Thank you.
their state of normalcy and level out and seek out the next possible season, or, you know, go out on a high note, mic drop, cash out, and enjoy the rest of your days with all your winnings. But I think YouTube, I know YouTube is the same way. And much like business, YouTube doesn't care who you are. It doesn't matter that you started a business just like somebody else started the same business and they started it after you and they're doing better than you. Better. There's no guarantee. There's no set timeline. There's no get rich quick theory here. Because even if you were to think about it, if I were to pick a business that I thought would be very, very profitable, I would say Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
You open a Chick-fil-A, or if you have the ability to open a Chick-fil-A, you're going to be in the green for the most part. Like, that's almost guaranteed to some degree. And in regard to get rich quick, well, in order to open a Chick-fil-A, spoiler alert,
You gotta be rich.
you're already rich. Yeah. So, but you know, with that unique outlier and unicorn opportunity aside, we gotta grind, we gotta hustle, we gotta work hard, we gotta be smart, we gotta be creative, we gotta be intuitive, we gotta be resilient. Because hell, I mean,
Strong-willed.
we can even talk about it from the standpoint of some of these female content creators that go out there and they make it happen, but not all of them win.
Yeah.
Not all of them get views, not all of them get reach.
Sure.
And not all of them get to keep their channels before they get deleted. So,
Hey, cactus. Morning.
yeah, I told you I had cactus. Morning. So for me and us, really, we have multiple channels and we're continuously building more, specifically in different directions and different areas and different niche categories for diversity. But so that, you know, if you really want a giant palm tree like that, you need to plant one and wait, let it grow.
Let it grow, let it grow.
Yeah.
Hold it back anymore.
Hey, morning. But this way, if you have a slowdown in your season, you're not 100% tied to that one niche, that one group, that one audience, that one topic of discussion and conversation, and you can shift and pivot.
Pivot. If people say pivot and don't immediately think of Ross and the couch and the stairway from Friends, I don't know what to do with people.
Just don't know what to do with people.